Welcome back. I'm Michelle and this is Mila, and she is totally exhausted today, but I had to record this video today. And the reason why is I got sent a text yesterday saying I am going to ask my boyfriend for a Frenchie for the holidays or for a birthday or whatever it is. And I said, awesome. Have you considered the following? So today's video, I am going to share with you real life expenses of what it cost to have an animal like Mila. I'm going to show you the low end, and then I'm going to show you our actuals. This is based on personal experience. This is also based on me talking to a lot of friends and other people. And these are real costs, real things to consider, because unlike human care, if something were to happen to Mila and I took her to the ER vet or a regular vet and I didn't have the finances to take care of it, they put your dog down or you have to just leave. And I've seen way too many people walk into a vet office, walk into an ER, the vet or doctor, recommends something and they're just not able to do it for their animal because they can't afford it. They didn't get insurance, which I'm a huge proponent of. This actually just happened to a friend of mine. Got a Frenchie. I was on her from day one. Did you get insurance? She probably thought I was getting a commission from the insurance company. Actually, that's what I think she thought. But that's how important I think it is. And thank God she had insurance because her dog had to have 2 knee surgeries already. He's only 6 months old. The one knee didn't take. He's been crate rested or on low movement for 2 months, and he has to have another surgery. And these are things we just can't predict. It's just like probably having a human baby. You just don't know what cards you're going to be dealt, and you have to be prepared for anything. So I want to show you really the things to consider before getting any dog, but especially before getting this breed. There are things that came up for me that were unexpected. Mila had an emergency rice surgery within 3 months that I had her. She was with a family, got into a bag of rice on the ground, ate over a pound of raw rice, had emergency surgery. The surgery cost as much as just the overnight at the hospital. But I'm going to show you how it works with the insurance. And I put a spreadsheet together for you too, because I am a spreadsheet queen and my nickname is also Spreadsheet by many of my friends. I'm also going to share with you that Mila had a lot of eye issues this past year. So now we see an ophthalmologist, which is a special eye doctor for dogs and animals. So now we have those bills because she had eye surgery. When was that, Mila? Probably 6 months ago, 9 months ago. I thought it was a year ago, but then I looked at my credit card, and I highly suggest this too. One of the other really important things is just maybe use one debit card or credit card just for your animal so you can track your expenses. That's been a game changer for me. That was something I started just this year. And then she also, I decided instead of doing like allergy, like Apoquil or other shots, we went kind of the more holistic route with immunotherapy. It's also covered by insurance, thank God. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. But there's also another specialist that we've seen, which is a vet dermatologist. So these are things I had no idea about when I got Mila. I was prepared for kind of spinal issues, maybe like something with the spine. I did a lot of research on that, and I'm going to do a different video. So make sure to tune in, subscribe, and all the other fun stuff, because I'm going to do a video of testing that you should get if you are going to get this breed and what I would recommend from anyone you're getting the dog from, that I would want to see proof of testing for a few different tests that I did not get. But again, I wasn't educated like I am now through my personal experiences. So why don't we get into my spreadsheet, and I'm going to show you exactly what the expenses look like. So monthly expenses to consider when getting a French Bulldog or Frenchie. Number one, health insurance. There are a million health insurance companies. We use TruePanion. It's $200. I think they even increased ours a little bit. I think it's like $215 or $220 now. But I would say on the low end, most people's health insurance that I talk to that are on the low end is about maybe $80 a month. Ours is $200 a month. Okay. Food and treats. I feed Mila raw. All her treats are raw organ meats. Everything is pretty high end. She gets small batch food, freeze dried raw, and then I also do freeze dried raw veggies. And then, like I said, a lot of organ meats and other delicious stuff like pumpkin, bananas, apples, and all of that. But I also know a lot of people that are still feeding their dogs maybe kibble or some other lower priced food that maybe will be about $80 a month. But ours is $287 on the dot, and I'll show you down below in a second. Preventative care. So we do the Banfield preventative care. So basically, I pay $90 per month every single month, and it includes, let's see, every 6 months blood test. It includes all of like Simparica Trio and any testing that Mila needs for preventative. It also included her dental cleaning last year, or was it this year? Anyway, included one dental cleaning for her second year of, or her first year of life, or second year of life. Anyway, around the 2-year mark, they recommend getting your dog's teeth cleaned. If you pay out of pocket for that, you're going to spend anywhere from probably $800 to $1,200 per month, or not per month, for one time. So I opted in just to do the Banfield plan. If there's an issue, we get unlimited vet visits. The visits are part of the plan, but then you have to pay for other things out of your pocket. Grooming. I pretty much give Mila a bath at home, but I know a lot of people take their dogs to the groomer maybe once a month. On the low end, you'll probably just do it at home. On the high end, you'll probably go to a real groomer. I've been doing her nails at the groomer, but she does not like it. So I bought my own Dremel recently, and we're starting to train on how to cut your nails. So make sure to watch that video too. That's a fun one. Dog sitter. Who would have thought that you were going to be paying a lot of money to have someone care for your animal? But if you travel, it's important to really have them be comfortable with a dog sitter. So for me, I like to have a dog sitter with Mila at least once a week. That runs about $40 for a day. And when I have to leave town, at least she feels comfortable and keeps the anxiety at bay. If you are going to use family and friends, maybe it's going to be zero. Emergencies. This is probably the biggest one because when I took Mila to the vet not too long ago, I saw a Frenchie come in, couldn't breathe. The vet took them in because they will help with CPR, but they can't save a life if you can't afford it. And it's the saddest thing I have ever seen. So I would say you need to budget a minimum of $100 per month. And that's pretty much what we budget for just in case. And I have insurance, which I'm going to show you what it covers in just a second. Vet visits. With our Banfield plan, vet visits are included. However, sometimes you might need a bottle of ear cleaner or some other things that the insurance doesn't cover. That's preventative. So I budget about $50 a month, and we pretty much use it at one point or another. Ongoing medications. Who would have known? I had no idea when I got Mila that we were going to have eye issues at such a young age. And now she has dry eye for life. So she has a special eye drop that has to get put in the morning and at night for the rest of her life. So every month I have to order a new bottle of eye drops that last about a month, every other month or so. And in addition to that, her immunotherapy drops, which is instead of doing like Apoquel or like allergy shots, this is giving her allergies in small dosing. It's kind of like microdosing for her allergies. So we did a blood test. I do have another video on that, so make sure to check that out. But this has been a game changer. It's not cheap. It's very pricey actually, but it's covered under insurance. And from what I understand, we will be able to taper back from what I understand from the vet dermatologist, but it's for life. Didn't know any of this when I got Mila, okay? I did know that I was financially going to be okay. And that's why I said I'm willing to risk it. But you have to make sure you're financially prepared, because the worst thing is if something happens and you go to the vet and you can't afford it, that would just break my heart. I want to be able to take care of Mila. And she is totally passed out right now, huh, Mila? This is not the conversation that she really wanted to have tonight. And then Amazon toys like the Dremel, brushes, or anything that you might buy, the dog shampoos. I've all categorized that into Amazon toys and miscellaneous. And this is an actual number that I've spent, which is about $100 a month. So in total, I spend about $1,000 a month on Mila. And that's been consistent since I got her. It was maybe a little bit more in the beginning because we had a lot of vet visits with, diarrhea and gut out, just a bunch of stuff. But everything is great. Her gut's good now. But I'm going to show you where these expenses really break down. So this is an actual spending from the credit card that I selected to use just for Mila. And I put a little sticker on it and it says Mila's name. And I make sure that's the one that's set up with like the iPharmacy and all of the places that I buy Mila's stuff. So you can see it's pretty much broken up into these different categories. We had a surgery this year, the hospital bill for her eye. So that surgery was $5,500. Now, my insurance does not cover the vet visit that when you see your doctor for specialists, I should say. So we see an eye specialist and we see a dermatologist specialist. So my insurance covers 90% of like the surgery and all the medications and things that goes with it. So I estimated that my cost was more about 15% because I had to pay for the visits with the eye doctor. And with that being said, each visit with a specialist runs us, where we live, anywhere from about $125 to $150 for that vet visit. So imagine if you had to go to the eye vet specialist once a month. That means you're paying $125 out of pocket. So make sure to check with your insurance what's going to be out of pocket, and then what do you have to pay for. So the vet dermatologist, same thing. It was $1,800. I think $1,000 of that was just the blood work. And then about $800 of that has been like 2 refills of the immunotherapy so far. So again, we still have to pay for the vet visits with the doctor. So I estimate about 15% of that is what I have to pay out of pocket. Now, Banfield testing procedures, etc. Like I said, with Banfield, I pay a monthly just to go to the vet. So that's just to go to the vet appointment. But if she needs something, like we went and she needed some more eye wash, that's just not covered under the insurance because it's more of like a cleaning versus a medication. Ear cleaner I get from her vet. She was scooting. She had a few like pimples down there, and they did her anal glands. So anything like that that's more preventative, you still have to pay out of pocket. Out of pocket. So this should actually, it is 15% because some of it's covered, but some of it's not. So like the ear cleaner, the anal glands, all that is preventative stuff. So that's probably about the 118 that I spent. But any testing, so when Mila got sick last year, she had some sort of upper respiratory something. All the blood testing, etc., is covered at full 90%. And with Mila's insurance, we have a deductible per issue. So if it's allergies, our deductible is $250, but we only pay it one time per issue. So it doesn't renew every single year. So once we've met the $250 deductible, it's not like we have to keep paying the $250 out of pocket before they start reimbursing us. Anything allergy related, I'm getting 90% for the rest of Mila's life, as long as I keep paying my insurance on time. And then the food store, I know it put it on 2 different rows, but anyway, the total food store came out to this total, and I divided by 10 because this report is for almost a full 10 months and a few days. So I just divided by 10. And then we have the eye drop pharmacy. So this is an actual online pharmacy where I have to order the eye drops, and they cover that at 90% in full. So I've only had to pay $30. So I basically am paying $10 per eye drop bottle. And then Amazon, again, it came in two different categories. So having insurance, and this is the part I wanted to show you, has saved us $7,600. Yes, I pay $200 per month. However, this is a significant savings when you think about anything that can happen, right, to our animals. We just don't know. So insurance to me has given me peace of mind completely. I literally got it one day after I had Mila. I took her to a vet for just an overall physical because basically it says she had no pre-existing conditions. And then from then on, everything I've had, I've just submitted to the insurance company. It's super simple. It's so easy. And I just can't tell you how important it is. But the moral to the story is if you are going to get a Frenchie or maybe a smaller purebred dog, just be expecting to spend about $1,000 a month if you're going to go kind of on that higher end. If you're going to go on the lower end, my estimate just from doing some basic math and knowing how much, food at like Costco cost is going to be $380. I just think your vet bills are going to be a lot more. um, So this is what I wanted to show you, and I hope this helps you because once I sent this to my friend, they said, well, maybe I'm just going to get a kitten. So I love Mila to death. I love the breed. I think they're amazing. Oh, I didn't even add dog training on here, but that could be under miscellaneous as well. But in the beginning, I spent about $1,000 on dog training, but we still go to the group classes that were included with that obedience training. And we do that still to this day. So I think it's really important to invest in our pups, right, Mila? And provide them the best life ever. Just like, you want the best for yourself, we want the best for them. And I think just too many people underestimate the amount of financial um, budgeting that you might need to do if you're considering getting a Frenchie, and being able just to say yes to the vet if they recommend anything. I think the worst thing is to go to the vet and they say, hey, I think you really need to do this. And you're like, hey, I can't afford it. I didn't get insurance or whatever the issue is. So get insurance, budget appropriately, maybe select one credit card that you just use for your beloved animal, right, Mila? You are so sleepy. She had a really fun day actually with the dog sitter today. And I hope this video was helpful. So please share it with another dog lover or anyone else that has like a specialty breed that has some issues. I think with the Frenchies, we got eye issues, we have lots of allergies and spine problems. That could come up, that could flare up. We just don't know, but we need to be prepared and be the best pet parents that we can be. So thanks for watching. If this was helpful, please share it with another dog dad or dog mom and dog lover, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Say bye, Mila.